Anasalva, the app that protects your health and your families. Anasalva is an app designed for healthcare, making it a powerful tool which eases support for diagnosis and decision-making by medical personnel. It allows patients to resolve any doubts and take steps to improve their quality of life. Our purpose and mission is to save lives. For only $99.99 per year, equivalent of $8.33 per month, you will access an unlimited source of knowledge at your fingertips. Languages. Information is available in Spanish and English. The next versions will include the 8 most used languages in the world. Availability. Information is always available online and offline. Cross-platform, available for Android and iOS mobile devices. Support. We guarantee dedicated support by health professionals 24 hours a day, always ready to answer your questions and to receive feedback or new ideas to allow us to improve your experience and our services. Anasalva provides an extensive catalog of medicines that exceed 17,000 commercial brands. We make it easy for you to perform quick searches by brand name or the active ingredients in the medicine. To provide a logical order for the results, all the information appears in alphabetical order. You can access the brochure for each medicine. Each brochure is made up of the following sections: name, dosage form, pharmacological categories, international equivalences, ATC, ICD-10, active pharmaceutical ingredients, formula, pharmacological action, usage,
contraindications,
precautions, adverse reactions, dosage, interactions, pregnancy risk, breastfeeding risk, pediatric risk, kidney risk, liver risk, driving risk, geriatric risk. Anasalva. You can easily access medications according to their classification by pharmacological categories, ATC or ICD-10. Classification according to pharmacological categories allow you to sort them according to their use or indications. The platform allows you to search for these indications using autocomplete in such a way that when you partially enter a name, the possible matches are shown. It is worth mentioning that one medicine might be found in several pharmacological categories. The ATC classification makes it possible to catalog the medications with a code, which designates the system or organ on which it acts, the pharmacological effect, the therapeutic indications, and the chemical structure of the drug. The ICD-10 classification determines the coding of diseases and a wide variety of signs, symptoms, abnormal findings, complaints, social circumstances, and external causes of damage and/or disease. Anasalva lets you search the name of the disease and provides you with the information on the medications that can be prescribed to treat it. Also, it informs you of the risks associated with using certain medications when other diseases or health conditions are present. In order to sort the medications that may be dangerous, the risks are classified as renal, hepatic, geriatric, pediatric, pregnancy, lactation, and driving. Each drug describes the potential risks depending on the type of condition. For example, azithromycin, when searching for risks during pregnancy, appears as one of the potentially risky medications during the state or temporary condition. Anasalva.
anti-doping,
Anasalva lets you know about substances and methods prohibited in sports. They are grouped into 3 categories. those substances and methods prohibited in and out of competition. Prohibited in competition refers to those substances and methods that cannot be consumed or applied in competition. Prohibited substances in certain sports groups those substances that are prohibited in certain sports such as car racing, darts, billiards, underwater sports, among others. The substances and methods are grouped by subcategories. Each of them show a description of the substances that are totally or partially prohibited. As an added value, we list all those medications that are in our database and match the description of the substances described in the subcategory. Anasalva. Drugs. Anasalva provides you with information on the main drugs consumed worldwide. Each of them specifies name, active ingredients, the form of consumption, effect, prevalence, risks, and synonyms. As an added value, it is possible to assess interactions between them and other medications, showing the level of severity that the interaction represents and a description of the damage it causes to health. Anasalva. Medical interactions. Estimates the interactions that occurs between multiple prescribed medications, sorts medications either by their brand name or their active ingredients. Each of the resulting interactions describes the level of severity it represents for health and the damage caused by each interaction. Anasalva. Food interactions. Due to the chemical reactions between the mixture of medicines and food, these can minimize or maximize the effect of the medication and also cause adverse reactions, resulting in deterioration to health and even death. This feature allows you to know those foods that interact with the prescribed medications. Each medication registered on the platform indicates the foods with which interactions occur. The interaction description and associated recommendations are shown for each one. Anasalva. Safety notes. Anasalva displays in real time the safety notes issued by regulatory authorities and laboratories regarding quality problems and/or safety of medicines. The notes will be sorted by medication or by the date of appearance, showing batches of defective or out-of-market medications. This way, you can verify the quality of the prescribed medication or possible problems that it may cause, allowing proper decision-making. The date of publication, the title of the note, associated lots, if applicable, and the content of the note are shown. Anasalva. Vaccines. The Vaccines module gives access to vaccination calendars and vaccines for international travelers. The vaccination calendar shows those vaccines according to the World Health Organization that should be received in each of 4 age groups: newborn, children, adolescents, and adults. Recommendations are offered for each of the vaccines, which show vaccination criteria and information related to immunization. In addition, the description of the disease is shown as supporting information in order to know the disease in detail and understand the importance of immunizing at different stages of life. In the case of vaccines for international travelers, it shows the vaccines that must be received depending on the country to be immunized against diseases. You can also check the level of recommendation for each vaccine, whether it is mandatory, recommended, or recommended only in special situations. This level may vary by country. Anasalva. General features. Provides access to quick and brief reference guides with useful clinical pictures that summarize medication, guidelines, and information. Anasalva. Calculators. Provides access to several calculators, which will mostly be used to support the diagnosis for medical personnel. Currently includes 21 calculators that can be used in consultations, emergency rooms, among others. Body mass index, body surface area, ideal body weight, anionic, water deficit and hypernatremia, calcium correction and hypoalbuminemia, sodium correction in hyperglycemia. Hiller, 1999. Glasgow Coma Scale, estimate of aminoglycoside clearance. Creatine clearance estimated by Koch-Graf-Gault formula. Bicarbonate deficit. Henderson-Hasselbusch equation. APGAR score. Total body water. Perfusion rate. Drug calculation. Drop calculation. Absolute eosinophil count. Absolute lymphocyte count. Absolute neutrophil count. Absolute reticulocytes count. Anasalva. General health recommendations. Our team analyzes and selects the best articles from international journals and reliable sources of information in the medical field that contribute knowledge to doctors and patients that lets them improve their health and quality of life. The module shows featured articles on the main page. However, it provides access to the entire database published to date. You can search for each of the published articles by keywords that are contained in the title or in the article's own words. Scope and projections of Anasalva. Anasalva intends to become the medical content platform par excellence for patients and physicians. It aims to incorporate in upcoming versions high-value content and usability in several languages. Alternative medicine. Access to concise medication monographs for information on alternative medicine, in which herbal supplements and other supplements are included, allowing to know each of their uses, precautions, adverse reactions, interactions, and other associated content of interest. Anasalva. Common diseases by specialty. Ensure content related to diseases by specialty, revealing those more common and their treatment, diagnosis, complications, emergencies, and more. Anasalva. Lexicon of rare diseases. Access to information about rare and little-known diseases, possible treatments with little-known medications, and details for each of them. Anasalva. Evolution of the components' medical interactions. In case of the interaction of several medications that are being prescribed, the system must carry out an alternative proposal for the substitution of medicines with the same indication. Selection and search by voice interactions. Identification of medicines by a scanner. Identify medicines and their information by QR or barcode. Alerts. Register in the personal information application to issue specific alerts based on the recorded information. Record personal information, age, sex, diseases, allergies to medications, and food. Include monitoring and recording functions of some parameters such as blood pressure, glucose, among other parameters of interest. Register manually and by barcode or QR scanning of medications, allowing to prepare a list of the medicines that a person has to take. Issue alerts based on the recorded information to support decision-making promptly. For example, If the patient suffers from high blood pressure and it is indicated for him or her a medication that causes to destabilize itself, the platform will issue an alert that informs the user. If it is indicated for the patient a medication that contains any of the active ingredients equal to those of medications that cause allergies, the system will issue an alert indicating it. Anasalva. Other alerts. Anasalva updates the information based on the language of your app. You can find all of our features on our website, www.anasalva.org, where we also offer tutorials and assistance on the platform. You can also contact our specialists in real time. Follow us on our social networks. See the latest news and updates that we release daily. Contact us and enjoy all the information we share. Your health is our priority. Anasalva, the app that protects your health and your families.